Why, hello everybody, Lego Dude 11 here. Welcome back to a brand new episode of my podcast called It's Raining Studs. If you're tuning into this, thank you so much for watching this one. This is episode number 4 that I have been doing weekly. Well, I guess it's not really a weekly series. The second episode came out 2 weeks after, or 2 weeks after because it was 2 weeks and then it came out on a Monday. But regardless, I'm trying to keep this a weekly thing for you guys, as far as we go. So, the second week I did it after 2 weeks because I thought there wasn't much going on after the first week. The first week was just more talking about, like, things that have been happening in 2020. If you missed it, go check out the first 3 episodes. And then the second 2 weeks, the second 2 episodes, the second and third episode were more like about what happened in the past weeks, and this is what today's episode is going to be. And today's episode I have been looking forward to for so long. In the past month, I've been like, today is the day where I'm talking about you about this stuff. And there have been a couple things, a couple topics in this episode where, like, things have been happening, and it didn't happen in the past week. I just want to talk to you guys about some things. And the first topic we're going to talk about today is some LEGO news that didn't happen in the past week, but happened in general. Just my thoughts about something that I never really got around the time to talk about to you guys, and that is LEGO Mario set thoughts. And is that what I wrote down? Yeah, LEGO Mario thoughts. Because I don't have any sets actually of LEGO Mario. What I'm going to tell you guys is actually genuinely my opinion, and you guys might agree. But let me know in the comments below if you agree with this. But so, like, my thoughts about LEGO Mario, like the starter course, it's alright, but the only complaints I have, well, actually, I have thoughts about something else about the LEGO Mario wave, but I'll get to that in a bit. But what I think about the whole in general wave, like, not the whole LEGO Mario Super Mario theme in general, because there will be a wave 2 next year in 2021, which will include figures or minifigures. And I don't know if it was actually confirmed or rumored. It's not a rumor anymore. And it wasn't a complete confirmation. It was like we are making minifigures. So we don't know, but we know it's not a actual rumor, like it's going to happen, but I don't know yet. But the course is okay. I'm not a huge fan of it, but I like their concept. The app is okay. I haven't looked into the app, but I know people have said it's cool. And the only set I like is the King Boo set, because it makes me think of the Nether set in Lego Minecraft, where the ghast, the only way you can make King Boo look like in Lego is like a ghast, like a Lego cube. Like if they make minifigure based sets and have like a Lego minifigure Mario, a Lego minifigure Toad, a Lego Luigi, a Lego Waluigi, a Lego Wario, things like that. The only way you can make King Boo, you can't make a minifigure King Boo. So the only way you get it realistically right in Lego is to make it a cube. And it looks perfect. It looks like a ghast. Like, in my opinion, that's what it reminds me of. And it's like, that set is perfect. The haunted house, the King Boo Haunted House Mansion is my favorite set of the entire LEGO Mario Wave 1 right now. That's my thought. That's my opinion. But, going furthermore, excuse me, I had to clear my throat. Continuing with that thought, my favorite part of this whole entire LEGO Mario wave is these, not CMFs, but the blind bags, because they're so unexpected. January, we got a confirmation that we'd be getting blind bags, and all it said was minifigures. It said we'll be getting CMFs, but they aren't CMFs. They're just blind bags where you can feel around for pieces and build them up into certain characters. And they're like the Ink Squid, Paragoomba, Paratroopa, Shy Guy, or Dry Bones, I mean. But not Dry Bones. Dry Bones is in the set. trying to think, the bullet, which I want the bullet, to be honest, because the bullet really reminds me of when I used to play Mario Kart when I was a kid, and always want to get the rocket or the bullet on the Mario Kart. So as one of the power-ups things. And there's also a sea urchin and like the little fluffy guy and the little turtle. So those are pretty cool. I think those are my favorite things of the whole Lego Mario wave itself. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Lego Mario. Anywho, so those are my thoughts on Lego Mario. And honestly, I don't know. I don't know about getting any of these blind bags, the Lego Mario blind bags, just because it's so, like, I have so many other things I want to get in Lego right now. Like, you don't know. Like, one of the other topics I have to talk about today is so exciting. So exciting. I'm so excited about this. Not the next topic, but one of these topics I'm so excited about. Something that happened today. I'm so blown away by what happened, and people are driving me nuts with these reviews and what is going on. I hate critics. I hate these people that are going around saying this. Even Lego people. Like, I'm a Lego fan and I love it, and I'm getting so mad. But it's my own opinion. But I'll get to this next topic later. But this takes us to the gaming update. And I have completed Minecraft Dungeons. I know that's a bit of a spoiler, but I've actually completed it in the sense where I have completed the main story. So what I'm going to say about that, like, if you guys want to back out now, don't want to know like what happened, then get out now and go just watch the walkthrough on the channel. But Minecraft Dungeons I've completed. And essentially what that means is I've completed the main story and I've completed the adventure mode. No. I've completed the default mode. And that's basically just essentially the basic mode that they put you in. And then once you've completed every single level, even the bonus level, they say, okay, you're done. Like, I defeated the Arch Illager. So you defeat the Arch Illager, and then you defeat like the Eye of Ender. Or the Heart of Ender, which is like this Enderman within the Arch Illager, and it's like, it was so cool, such a great boss fight. And after that, you defeat him. There's like a story ending. There's like a cutscene that ends, or for the ending, and it basically says you completed or you defeated the Arch Illager, you saved the day, and now things are like happily ever after until it wasn't, or something like that. Like, I didn't say happily ever after, but along those lines. And once you go back to your campsite, you can look at all the levels, and then like the check marks aren't there, and basically you're in adventure mode. And adventure mode is the middle part where you can replay all the levels. You have all the levels to choose from until you where you can either do. What I think is the best option is go defeat the Arch Illager in adventure mode, and then once you defeat him in adventure mode, it automatically switches over to the apocalypse mode, which is the hardest mode there is. So that's what I would do, but I'm taking a break from it. I'm not gonna do that. I've just ended the walkthrough there. I just wanted to show you guys all the levels, which is really fun. I love the game a lot, though. It's great. It's worth your money. If you don't have it, you should play it. It's definitely. It's not like, there's no building involved. Again, I mentioned this before. There's no building involved. If you want the building aspect, play Minecraft. If you want the fighting aspect, play Minecraft Dungeons. That's what you're going to get out of it. But tons of fun. I love the adventure. I shared the adventure with you. And those are my thoughts. I completed Minecraft Dungeons. So that's the gaming update for you. Brief interruption here before we get to the next topic. Want to share with you well, apparently I can't share with you because I just dropped the object. But I want to share with you a update on what happened from last week. You guys probably saw the video, but if you have not seen the video, go check this out. My Peapod, can you see this? Peapod figure arrived in the mail, and I got this from Kivo Lego Silent Films. So thank you so much for giving this to me, or trading the minifigure. I love this a lot. The Again, pea pods are one of my favorite vegetables, and it's so cool. I just love that figure a lot. It's so cool. It's just very detailed to look at. The top of it, and then the peas and the apple. The apple really is a nice touch too, even though it's like, why an apple? It just I don't know. And now I have a green apple and a red apple in my Lego collection. I believe I have the other apple in my collection still saved. But back to the task at hand. So that was a brief update, brief interruption there before we get to the next topic. And the next topic will be, I'm trying to decide if I should go back to Lego or my movie update or movie of the week. Because I want to end with the biggest topic for today. But I'm trying to decide here. If I guess I'm wasting a little bit of time, but we're going to take it to the movie of the week. And that happened to be Narnia. The Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, which honestly, like, I don't have many, like, I'm not going to spend a huge amount of time on this. I just want to talk about me watching this, and honestly, it was great. I have not been eager to watch it. Okay, there was this one movie where I was like, okay, it didn't really, in my head, it doesn't really, like, I mean, because it's not like a huge franchise. I don't know why, but I'm getting like a pain like right here. It kind of hurts like to talk. But yeah, it's not like Marvel movies, like where it's like this huge saga, this huge franchise. But it was a really good. It reminded me of Infinity War. At the very end here, I gotta pause the video. So yeah, it reminded me of Infinity War in the sense where at the end they're having this big battle and like against the evil nature. I forget what they were, like animals, talking animals, and the humans, or the humans and the good animals. I forget the gist of the movie. I mean, the gist, it was really weird in the sense how they went to this magical land. It was really, really cool. I really loved it in the sense of how it was magical, how it was like a nature movie. Not nature like National Geographic, like nature in the sense how there were animals, and how the Ice Queen actually was the ancient one from Marvel, which was really cool. And there were two Marvel characters. The orc, not the orc, the fawn was actually not Mr. Fantastic, Professor X, the young version of Professor X, which was really cool to see how they had X-Men and then like a MCU person in there, so that was cool. It kind of was cool though, because if you think about it, Professor X is bald and the Ancient One is bald. I just thought of that. That's like cool that both Marvel characters were bald people. I don't know. It's kind of weird to think about. It's like, hey, you guys are both bald, so we'll take you, and I don't know, but I don't know. That was just kind of a weird thought I had. Not many things to say about Narnia. I mean, I guess that was it about Narnia. I don't know. A really heartfelt film. It felt like it was long, like how Endgame was long, like it was 3 hours. But then, I need to see something here. All right, we're good. I had to look at something. But, yeah. It was really heartfelt. Like, I thought that, like, Endgame was long. Like, since Endgame is 3 hours long. Narnia is, like, 2.5 hours. But it felt like... It honestly felt like... I watched Avatar a while back. And that movie was great throughout, right? And it's kind of like a long film, kind of. But Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, for me, felt so long. Like, the beginning was, like, so slow, and I'm like, oh my god, could you go any more slow? Like, it just was one of those movies for me, like, okay, are you kidding me? Like, the main reason I wanted to watch Narnia was the fact that there's this show called on Disney Plus called Prop Culture, and it goes through, it has, like, 10 different episodes, about different movies, and like it brings you in like different props and different actors and set designers and stuff from different movies like Mary Poppins, Nightmare Before Christmas, Roger Rabbit, The Muppets. I'm trying to think what's the other one. Tron and Narnia. So I was like, and Pirates of the Caribbean, the Black Pearl, and I'm like, I wanted to watch it, Narnia, and I love the movie, but the first like 15-20 minutes were so slow, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm never gonna get through this whole thing. But then like the first hour kicked in, or like after the first hour kicked in, I'm like, yes, this is great, this is phenomenal, I'm watching the whole thing. And I finished it, and it was great. And just like any other movie for me, like, you know, I mean, I'm not like a princess guy, like, I don't watch any movie, like, I haven't seen Moana yet, but I've heard great things about Moana, and I don't even know if I'll still watch it, but I'm not usually too picky about movies, but there was, like, the Fantastic Four reboot was trash. That's, like, one of my worst movies of all time, in my opinion. So, anywho, that's what I think, and, I just gotta see one quick thing here. Hang on, guys. Just checking time because I was aware of what was going on here. But yeah, so that's my thoughts on Narnia. That was the movie of the week I did watch, and I'm excited. I'm not entirely sure what next week's will be, if there even needs to be, because I'm not even sure what next week's topics will be. But this week's topic is unbelievable, and next topic will be the next Lego topic we'll get to. And that is the Lego Harry Potter CMF Series 2 has been revealed. And that just blows me away. I absolutely love, like, the first series was great. I don't have many figures from it. I have 3 figures from it. I have Professor Trelawney, Newt Scamander, and I have 4 figures actually. I have Dobby now, actually, over there. I have Newt Scamander, Professor Trelawney, Draco Malfoy, and Dobby. I don't even know if I have Dobby marked off in my checklist. I would check right now, but I don't want to waste too much time. But, yeah, so, Series 2, the ones I'm mainly looking forward to is Dumbledore and, what's his face? Kingsley Shacklebolt. And then the Butterbeer cups look really cool. Like, the series looks really cool. They have new Butterbeer cups added. And, sorry, I just shook that. But, yeah, they have Butterbeer cups added, but I'm not too really excited about those. I'm excited about Dumbledore and, Kingsley Shacklebolt are my 2 favorites here. And, if you can see, let me look up the picture real quick, because I have it saved here. These are all characters here. I'm excited for this Dumbledore and Kingsley Shacklebolt down there, and I'm excited for Moaning Myrtle and Professor Sprout, and then the other one right here. This is Bellatrix Lestrange, that is in Azkaban attire, and then here is Griphook, and there's James and Lily Potter are right there, who are Harry Potter's parents. So I'm looking forward to that. I might get. I don't know if I should get all of these characters in the box and then buy the whole box, or just buy the 8 characters that I want, because that's what I usually do. I just usually buy the 8 characters that I want from the series. But this series looks so dang cool, and opening them all up in a box would be epic, like other YouTubers do. So yeah, that would be quite cool. But I just love this series so much. And hang on, the one thing I want to show you guys is one of my favorite things is that Neville has the Book of Monsters, and he has James Potter has a book, or has a picture with the whole family in it. So I don't know if you guys can see that, but I just love some of the accessories in this. And then Dumbledore has Fawkes, which I'm a huge fan of. Fawkes, the Phoenix. It's so dang cool. So yeah. So I mean, some of the accessories are really cool, and it looks like Grip Hook has the sword of Gryffindor, which is really neat as well. So just so many cool things about this series, and I'm excited for the first day it releases. Like, I still need 3 more figures. I still need 3 more figures from the series 20, CMF series 20. I'm still looking for 3 more of that, but September this series comes out, so I'm looking forward. So looking forward to this. I'm so very excited for it. And that brings us to the last topic of the day, and that is camp. You're probably wondering, camp? What the heck are you talking about? Well, I went to a camp this summer, just last week actually, just this past week. That's why I'm talking about what happened the past week in my life. I went to a camp at my local, a church with my youth group, and tons of fun, so much fun. It was just a blast, and a bunch of my friends went, obviously because they were going to the youth group. But it was a camp. It was a 2-day camp. I was gonna say 2-day affair. It was a 2-day camp thing. And I'm gonna bring you in on an adventure. So basically, I have a couple pictures. I posted some on Instagram of us doing one thing. We were trying. One of the things was like we did a minute to win it thing, and we had to push 3 balloons up in the air. We did a few minute to win it things. We did a minute to win it thing where we had to take a fruit roll up, put it in our mouth, put the tip of it in our mouth, and eat it in a minute. And one of my friends that was there did it like within 2 seconds. He just like ate the whole thing in his mouth in 2 seconds. But that was kind of funny. But we had different worship sessions, which I don't really need to tell you about. I mean, they're just like church worship things. But the best things is that we went to a local. It's like a I don't even know how to explain it. It's called Young's Dairy, and basically it's like a barn place. Like they have ice cream, they have putt-putt, they have a petting zoo. We didn't go to the petting zoo, but they have a petting zoo, they have a putt-putt place, they have a batting cage, they have like a soccer field, they have like everything there. I think they have a golf, oh no, they just have putt-putt, but no golf course. But we played putt-putt there on Wednesday. I went there, it was Wednesday and Thursday, so we went there. And it was basically, we did a whole bunch of stuff. We did like rec games. We even did this one game like where we got wet. We drenched ourselves in water, and that was the first day. But then we went and played putt-putt there at Young's Dairy, and it's the only place that I live in Ohio, and it's the only place where it is in my area. So it's basically like a one only place. I don't know how to speak English, but that's I'm working on it. I'm working on my English. But no. So putt-putt was very fun. I loved doing that. We had tons of fun. We laughed our heads off at putt-putt. And then we went over and got ice cream afterwards. Ironically, we went over and got ice cream. I had the flavor I chose was chocolate chip cookie dough. Really good. And then afterwards, we went back to the church and we're doing some games. And then they ordered pizza. And then ironically, we're like, why are we having pizza after we have ice cream? Shouldn't it be the other way around? But anywho, that was kind of funny. We had a lot of great conversations during our meals and stuff. And one of the kids that was there during the camp, one of my friends, he said we were having this whole discussion of like, like water sports. Like he thought he only thinks that basketball, football, soccer. Wait, I said football, basketball, baseball, and soccer sports. And we had this like huge controversial discussion of like he only think and tennis and golf, like things with balls are only sports. And he's like, I don't think ice skating is a sport. Like, how is that a sport? How is NASCAR a sport? Because you're not doing, like, you're not competing or anything. And we're like, yes, you are. And then my other friend looked up, like, what does the meaning of sports mean? And it's like, it's actually the exertion of energy or movement and while competing at something. And we're just like, laughing our heads off and like having this huge controversial discussion about like what's a sport, what is not a sport, and we're like dancing is a sport because you're moving, you're exerting energy. So it's like it was just hilarious talking about that and having these conversations with my friends like that is just one of the best things ever. And going to that camp really made me think. Really is the best thing ever. And then the next day, it gets better than that actually. But yeah, just going to this camp actually and doing these worship things were really fun too. Like, I didn't watch any YouTube videos for 2 days straight. I take that back. I did watch YouTube the next day, like the next morning. And then today, the day I'm recording this on Friday, I did watch all the rest of my videos. So now I'm caught up on what my YouTube feed was, some of the YouTube videos. But I didn't happen to watch YouTube at all the first day because I was gone for 12 hours. I was gone for 12 hours the next day, so I had no idea. I did look at my YouTube feed the next day in the car as we were driving to another place, but I'll talk about that in a minute here. But I was like, okay, so I have this video to watch, this video to watch, this video to watch, but it was just nice to relax and not think about the time at all. I didn't think about the time, I didn't think about what videos I had to watch, I just relaxed and laughed and talked with my friends. Really great time. But yeah, the first day was fun. We went and got ice cream, we went and played putt-putt, we went and had pizza. What was the other thing? Had ice cream, we went and played putt-putt. Oh, and the first day we also played archery tag, which archery tag is basically like there's like bows and arrows, and they have like these big like foam or like big like inflatable not cushion things, like inflatable targets to shoot, and like there's like these little dice targets that you can shoot, and there's like the arrows have like marshmallows on the end, like little rubber white things that look like marshmallows, and you shoot them, and we have these like kind of like gas mask type things, but they're like helmet things, and you put them on your face and the cover protect you. And so yeah, really nice, really fun time playing archery tag with them. If you've never played archery tag, go do it sometime. It's really fun. I really enjoy doing that with my youth group as well. So then the next day, wasn't entirely as fun. I mean, it was still really enjoyable. Both days were fun. But the main excitement of the second day was going canoeing with at the camp with the youth group, and I just got a notification on my phone checking out what that was. But yeah, canoeing was lots of fun. I've been kayaking before. I was really confused because when I have like a river right by my house, and basically we rented some canoes. We went to the rental place. They drive you to like right by not specifically by my house, but like right by my neighborhood is where the river is, and they took us like right by the nature reserve, the entrance area, and we entered the river there, and then we took like a huge circle around the river, and but yeah, I've been kayaking. My grandparents have a lot, like 3 kayaks, and I've been kayaking. I've kayaked before with them, but I never went in a canoe. Well, I was confused because when I got in the canoe at the camp, I was like, I knew how to do the motion, so I was like, have I canoed before? But I never thought I have, but I don't know, my brain was gone. So, but it was tons of fun. Canoeing was lots of fun. I had when we got in the canoe, we started canoeing. We went for about a mile or two until I think it was like about 2 miles until we stopped. And what did we do? We stopped, and we hit a wall, or we hit like a tree, not a tree. We didn't hit a tree. We hit like the edge of like the dirt or whatever on the side, and then we just pushed our boat and kept going. And then once there was this area, like there was like this sandy area, like there was like this land, whatever, and they said, or the adult guy, the youth group leader said, okay guys, stop here. And as we stopped, me and the person I was canoeing with, I had to think of what I was doing, like kayaking? No. When we stopped our canoe, our boat, it there was this current, like, so it basically hit the land. So here's the land. It hit the land, and then it was like, and then it just started tipping over because the current was taking us away. So it was like tipped over. I fell out, and after the thing fell over, I fell out, and then the current was taking us away. Like, I fell out of the canoe. I was staying there for a bit. Like, I could touch the ground, right? So we fell out of the canoe. People were watching us. My other friends were watching us as we fell out. I happened to grab the canoe, try to push the canoe so it would get back on land. Didn't happen to work. I was like, I'm the strongest person in the world, right? So that didn't seem to happen. Then I grabbed onto this branch, this nearby vine of this tree, tried to hold myself on, tried to push the canoe. That didn't seem to work. And then all of a sudden, the next thing I knew, this current started taking me down with me. And I'm like, you've got to be freaking kidding me. So then I started trying to swim. Apparently I don't know how to swim. That didn't seem to go well. And, yeah. So anyway, I tried to swim. I couldn't find where I was trying to step. And, next thing I see is the youth group. I tried to tread water. Apparently I know how to tread water. Apparently I wasn't doing it well. And I'm like, come on, I can do this. And, the youth group leader just dove in the water, and, it was like, do you need me to hold on to me? I'm like, sure, dude. I'm like, I was like, because I was treading water, and I'm like, I was like, I'm okay, but I'm like not gonna make it. And I was like, so it was like a tiny bit of a drowning scenario. I didn't really drown, but I'm okay. I'm here talking to you guys, and it was just kind of funny because I'm like, my God, like, I know how to tread water. I know how to do this. Like, I know how to swim. I just couldn't swim against the current. It was like, my God. And I also didn't have the life jacket on. My life jacket was in the canoe that I took off before I went canoeing. So not really a smart plan there, but anyway, lots of fun. Not the drowning scenario, but I'm glad that he jumped in to let me hold on to him. But anywho, besides that, after that whole scenario happened, we all went swimming in that current, and I put my life jacket on, and I floated down that current, and it was so much fun. I just went, ah. It just rolled down the current. If you guys ever have done that, it's so much fun. You should do that sometime. It was so much fun to go in the river, play with my friends. I shouldn't really say play. I mean, to, do that with my friends, do that at youth group. The camp was so much fun, and everything about it was a blast. And just relaxing, taking the time to not watch YouTube, just go with my friends. I mean, making YouTube videos, like, again, I would have loved to get that experience on camera, but I really need to get a waterproof camera. I should have gotten a waterproof camera, but I don't have one. And I want to look into it, but unfortunately, I don't know the next time we'll do that. Like, eventually in the future, like, I can bring that experience to you. Like, I can go out by myself to the river and just do it with you guys, right? But doing it with my friends, like with this group of friends that I have, is so much different. And I don't know the next time we'll go to the river, go canoeing with each other, because it's a highly unlikely experience. It's a very rare experience. So I don't know the next time we'll do that. But I would eventually love to get a GoPro underwater camera, something like that. So, anywho, it was just a very nice experience to go and get to do this with my friends, get to do this. And I share this experience with you. I'm talking to you about it now. If you don't know what to think about, just think about a river. Picture a river. Picture going canoeing. Picture me going canoeing with other people, I guess. I don't know where you're supposed to picture. I mean, I could show you pictures of the people I went with, but I don't have pictures of everybody that I went with. So, anywho, those are my topics. That's my thought on Lego Mario. Those are my thoughts on the Lego Harry Potter CMF 2. That's my movie update, gaming update, camp. No much else to talk about there. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of my podcast. It's Raining Studs, episode 4. I would love to talk to you more. I mean, I don't have anything else to talk about, so that's pretty much why this is called the end of the episode. I hate to break it to you, but being the bearer of bad news, everything has to come to an end. And this is the end of the video. But I hope you guys did enjoy the fourth episode in my podcast. My fourth episode of It's Raining Studs, my podcast. If you did enjoy, don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel, LegoDude11. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at BobaFettJediMaster. Link is down below. And as always, if you guys like this podcast, don't forget to, if you guys are enjoying the podcast, stay up to date. Next week's episode will be out, obviously next week. But stay tuned for more videos on the channel to come. Thank you for watching this series, and I can't wait for next week. Next week's episode is kind of iffy, still up in the air. Like, I don't know if I'll be here next week. I mean, obviously I'll be here next week, but I don't know what I'll be talking about next week, so it's kind of iffy, like, what are my subjects, what are my topics going to be. So I'll let you guys know. Stay tuned if I don't have one next week, but if I do, yay, cross my fingers, because I don't really know what my plans are this week, but I guess I'll just go up in the air, and we'll see. But maybe in the next 2 weeks, at least. The next one might be in the next 2 weeks, maybe next week, but we'll see. Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow me, share these videos with your family and friends. Make sure your notifications are turned on for future videos. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, follow me. Don't forget to keep calm and play Lego. And we'll see you guys in the next podcast. Bye.